All right. Welcome back to the Koji podcast. As you can see, I have my trad hat here. We're going to be talking about the Motu Proprio, which was issued by Pope Francis on July 16th. Let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be listening to a video together. I thought I'd share it with you guys. And then bring out some points from that video. Let's go.
Dear Pope Francis, dear bishops,
as young Catholics who go to the traditional Latin Mass, we often encounter a lack of understanding in the older generations.
We do not question the validity of the new liturgy or disdain its celebration.
We love the traditional Mass, not because we are old and grumpy.
We love it not because we are old-fashioned.
We love it not because we're separatists.
We love the traditional Latin Mass for its devotion and trustful fear of God.
We love its orientation of priest and faithful together in the same direction, towards God and Christ.
We love it because it is the same all over the world. It is universal, Catholic in the original sense of the word.
We love it because its transcendence gives us peace and hope the world cannot give.
We do not widen the gaps or reinforce the divergences.
We do not encourage disagreements that injure the Church.
We do not block her path or expose her to the peril of division.
We simply aim at Christian life in faith, hope and love for God and man.
We try to follow the call to holiness, and we draw our strength from the Latin Mass.
Dear Holy Father, dear bishops, we are not just a few deplorably stubborn adherents of an outdated rite.
As loyal Roman Catholics, we are your multitudinous and lively youth.
We are your sheep.
We are your faithful.
We pray for you every day.
Please do not let us down.
Can we count on you?
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 Can we count on you? Can we count on you?
Alright. First, I want to point out how happy and joyful they are. Because, to be honest, I felt like doing a podcast like the day that the Motu Proprio came out. And I didn't do it because if I did it that day with all, my anger and fury or whatever, it would look a little something like this. Anyways, so some of you guys might not even know what I'm even talking about. So the Motu Proprio is a document issued by the Pope called Traditionis Custodes. So basically what it is where Pope Francis, he wants to bring unity by giving, basically he doesn't want the Latin Mass. So he wants to give the bishops the authority to ban Latin Mass. Pope Benedict, in the Summorum Pontificum, did not allow any bishops to ban Latin Mass. All priests had the right to give Latin Mass. Wherever they were and wherever they went, they could give Latin Mass. So, Pope Francis basically just reversed all that, and he gave the bishops the power to just ban it. So any, bishops that don't like the Latin Mass or are liberal or whatever, now they have the power to do that. Also, now the priests that were ordained after this document was made have to ask the bishop, but the bishop doesn't have the authority to allow him. He actually has to send a letter to the Vatican to see if they approve this new priest to give Latin Mass. And obviously that's going to be a very difficult thing, near impossibility. Now, so that's just the very basic things, the big issues with it. Now, why do I have an issue with it? Because I'm a Catholic. That any Catholic, because some people are like, oh, I'm trad Catholic, I'm this Catholic, and I guess you gotta sort of say that now, because if you say, and because anybody could just say that I'm Catholic. We already know, we have a lot of family, friends that say, oh yeah, I'm Catholic, but that they don't practice their faith at all. They don't even know their faith. So I guess labels are sort of necessary, but in reality, all Catholics should be traditional. That's what we are. The church has tradition and scripture. That's what we're made up of. So yeah, all Catholics should be traditional. All Catholics. The Pope is actually supposed to defend tradition. So I'm just worried because I don't know, my bishop's gonna allow. I'm a Latin Mass altar boy, so the Latin Mass has strengthened my devotion, has brought up my prayer life since going, and I just see the importance because I see the reverence. So when I see that, it makes me realize, man, this is important. And it makes me want to study my faith to know more. Okay, I see, okay, why is this important? I see everybody else, and I see the priest, which is most important of all, the shepherd. I see the priest is giving it his all when he does the Mass. He's trying the best he can and the most reverent he can to show God that he loves him through his exterior actions. Now I say, okay, this is important. Why is it important? Now it makes me want to study my faith more, to know more, to be able to love him, love God more, and to be able to serve him. The purpose of our life is to know, love, and serve God, to do the will of God, willingly and lovingly. We need to pray for our bishops because the Latin Mass is bringing so many people to the church. I mean, I'm just being honest here. Of many young people, I'm tired. I'm tired of going to these parishes that the pastor always talking about is the masks, or all he's talking about is, oh, money. It just never is not even about the gospel anymore. A lot of times, I'm not saying there are good parishes that do Novus Ordo out there that, you know, the priests do care very much. What I'm saying is that the majority of them don't. Or they do care, but they compromise. And that's the thing, is that once you start compromising your beliefs don't even matter anymore. And when that pastor starts compromising, then even if he does care deeply inside of him, he's giving that bad example, and at the end, it doesn't even matter if he has those good beliefs inside of him. But we have actually seen very, happy news in the parish that I go to in Latin Mass. For example, it was filled. The Sunday after the Traditionis Custodes came out, it was like filled up. Latin Mass, it was ironic. And the Pope's motu proprio actually had a reversed effect. The bishop in my diocese hasn't said anything yet. He's still studying the document and trying to see what he's going to do. But all I know is that this will not bring unity. The document, because the whole point was to bring unity or whatever. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he really believes that this will bring unity. The Latin Mass was what brought a lot of people back into the faith. I've met people who have actually come back to the faith because of the Latin Mass. If anything that's going to bring us unity is just to bring out the truth of everything and give us clarity. We need clarity, bishops and priests and the Pope and, me as a young Catholic and those other young Catholics there in that video. We just want you guys to be shepherds. That's all we ask for. We ask for good shepherds. Now Christ warned us of false shepherds. Us as the laity, we must be very, 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 very careful. That's why we must know our faith, everybody. We must know our faith well so that we won't be led astray. Yeah, there's gonna be hard times. We are living in hard times. But we just never lose faith. We must never lose hope. Because if we do that, then we lose the battle. Christ has conquered. He conquered death on the cross. The devil has already lost right now. He's just trying to do as much destruction as he can until his time is over. Now we must remain faithful and increase our prayers and devotions and our penances much more in this time. So as a young Catholic, I ask that you bishops and priests and the Pope, that you be a good father. I want you to show me the way. I want you to just lead me and lead us to the right direction so that our church can truly be unified through Christ and the truth. I mean, come on, look at the results. If you look at the religious vocations, if you look at the amount of youth coming, and just people coming to the church, it has decreased like crazy. Since the late 1960s to now, it just decreased like a lot. The belief in the real presence of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist, less than 25% of Catholics even believe in that, and that's crazy. Then they're not even Catholics. I mean, I could just go on and on and on, and when Latin Mass started becoming more known, like probably like in the, I'd say like 2018, there's more youth going to there and more people coming to Latin Mass because of that. And especially in 2020 when all the churches were closed and everything, only the traditional priests were giving Mass or giving confession or, doing whatever they could do. I was lucky to have in 2020 when all was happening, good priests that would actually help, give us confessions and the Eucharist. We weren't able to get it very frequently. And, that was a blessing. That was a blessing. To be able to have that. Because those priests truly cared. And those priests were taught in the traditional way. The Orthodox way. And that truly has an impact on people, because when you see that the churches are closing and the priests don't even really care, then it's like, okay, then Mass doesn't matter? The church doesn't matter? Why am I even Catholic? But when they see that, there are some priests that do care, and they saw that a lot of them were the traditional priests. It was the traditional priests. So they started coming to the Latin Mass because they saw that they truly took their vocation seriously. To the priest, their priesthood is not just a job like that they could just quit or whatever. No, it's their life. They sacrificed their life for God, and they didn't care if they got sick or anything. They cared more about our souls than of our body. That's what we should care about most, is our souls. Because that's forever. That's forever. So, as you saw in the video, I'm not alone in this. I'm not the only one that thinks this. I'm not the only young Catholic that thinks this. I know many young Catholics that go to my parish. They all love the Latin Mass. And they all grew in their faith when they started going to the Latin Mass. Because they saw the importance. They saw the importance of it. And they began to love God more. And they began to want to serve God, to reach heaven, and to bring others with them. And that's our mission. That's your mission, bishops, the Pope, and the priests. And us laity too. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, please. For our sake and for your sake. This is the time of saints, the time of persecution, the time of martyrs, to stand up for what's right and to do the will of God. Don't think about the earthly, the material. Think about the spiritual. That's much more important, because that's eternal. That's forever. Since we're left at the mercy of the bishops, that's why we need to pray for them. So, you're not alone out there. There are more people like me, and like in the video you saw. So we just plead from the bottom of our hearts to please continue the Latin Mass. Alright, thanks for watching. God bless.